Ross Deacon are the loose forwards. Dylan Leyburn at scrum half and Ben Ridgway at out half will provide the control. Sam Sterling and Ross Bailey-Carney continue their centre partnership. Simon Williams, the try-scoring hero, VCOS. Tom Bulfin and Jeremy Duncan are the back three. St Michael's make a couple of changes in the back line. Bobby Holland moves to scrum half to partner Ross Byrne. Rory O'Loughlin is the one to come into the centre, where he will join Rory Kavanagh. The back three of Adam Levy, Chris Fagan and Cameron Diamond is unchanged. No changes in the St Michael's pack, where they are captained by Dan Levy at 7. Josh Murphy and Donna Lawler complete the back row. Ross Maloney and Aidan Coleman provide the beef in the engine room. The front row is Adam Barr, Gavin Kelly and Jamie Lawless. Kilkenny only used Jack Baker and Harry Rees-Thomas from the bench last time. All the St Michael's subs made an impact, no more so than prop Dennis Coulson chipping in 2 tries. Kilkenny have scored freely in the earlier rounds, beating St Andrews in round 1, but left it very late to pull away from COS in the quarter-final. A win today for Kilkenny would mean no Dublin school in the final for the 2nd year in a row. With me is Aidan McCullen. Aidan, tense moments for these sides. We haven't seen them yet this season, but it should be a great match.
It is indeed, and Kilkenny have been on the crest of a wave in recent years, and it's really looking forward to seeing what they can do today. Their narrow win over COS in the last round means that they've built belief, no more than we've seen in recent semi-final of Clongowes defeating Terenure, and those last-minute victories really give belief to a team and that can carry them on into the next stages. So going to be an interesting battle today. Kilkenny, of course, being a boarding college, I always believe that gives you an edge. These guys are eat, drinking and sleeping rugby and doing it together as a team.
Well, conditions aren't too bad. There was a bit of rain earlier. The pitch is rock hard still, and it looks like it's dried out. It can always be a bit tricky when you get rain on top of a hard pitch, Aidan. It
does indeed, and this pitch always at this stage of year is cut up, and guys got to realise that as well. There's an extra bounce in it. It doesn't, for example, a grassy pitch, you'll get a slide on that ball when you're kicking for corners, etc. You won't get that on a pitch like that, a drier pitch, even though if it rains down on it today. So looking forward to seeing how the guys, the likes of Ross Byrne has played there before, how he reacts to that pitch, knowing it more than he would have in previous games.
Waiting for the sides to come out. Here comes St Michael's. They're led out by their captain, Dan Levy. Some serious, fit-looking individuals there, Aidan.
There is indeed, and that man lucky to start. He limped off in the last game, and good to see Jamie Lawless starting today. He limped off with an ankle, what looked like an ankle injury. Big man, and big future ahead for him.
Well, that's Jamie Lawless as the St Michael's players get together in their huddle. Still waiting for Kilkenny to come out. Oh, St Michael's, they look fantastic when we saw them earlier. I've never seen a schoolboy side move the ball from one side of the pitch to the wing, the far side, as quickly.
They did indeed, and Ross Byrne key to that. He's obviously out practicing the whole time, and that's very visible in how this backline plays together. Doing it together, they're doing their individual skills as well, and that's very, very evident. Kilkenny not coming out yet. Can be a bit of gamesmanship in that, making the opposition wait after they've warmed up mentally, and it just knocks a little bit of wind out of the sails when you do that.
Well, here's Kilkenny in the black and red stripes. They trot out in front of their support to a huge cheer. Teams are out and ready to go. Join us after the break for live rugby action.
Try Centrum Advance. Enriched vitamins and minerals in scientifically balanced combinations to help release energy from food and support your immune system. Everyday multiple benefits with an enhanced formula. Centrum Advance. Complete from A to Zinc.
You're very welcome back. Some scary looking individuals among the Kilkenny College crowd. But they'll be in fine voice. There's today's match referee, Sean Gallagher. Well, he'll want to exert control early in this. There'll be a lot of adrenaline pumping through the two sets of players.
There is indeed, and he's had great games in this Leinster schools campaign so far. And the key for him is to understand the fight that's going to happen, and that usually peters out throughout a game. You see a lot of aggro in the early stages as people just put out their stall.
Red, are you ready?
Sean Gallagher just checking the two sides already. Ross Byrne gets it underway. Low kick, interesting tactic. Kilkenny alert. Byrne just spotted a little bit of space, but Kilkenny concede the penalty.
Not releasing. Yeah, on that player, okay?
Bravo, Ross Byrne as well. He spotted a little gap there and executed perfectly. And the player, in this option, was isolated and gave the penalty away for holding on to the ball. Well done, Michaels, great start.
And Ross Byrne adding to that good start, finds a good touch, half a metre inside the 22.
Hey, Josh. Blue. Just make sure they're... Hey,
First line out of the game then, good attacking position for St. Michael's. They go towards the back, but stolen by Harry Crowley. Andy Coleman doing his best to disrupt things in the ruck, but it's back for Kilkenny. They switch back to the narrow side, blocked down. Well recovered. Ben Ridgway was quickly alert to the danger there. Little breakaway. Kilkenny take the straight route, ball in hand by their captain Shane Delahunt. Takes it out to the 22. That makes the clearing kick that little bit easier. They go to the box kick from Dylan Leyburn, and he finds a good touch, nicely tidied up. Aidan.
That's a great kick by Leyburn, and you'd question why did Ridgway not kick in the first place. The reason he did, because the Michaels defence was so far up for him that he had to pass the ball back into the blind side, cutting down the angle, and that's why you got that block down. Great defence by the Michaels team, and that's a good result though by Kilkenny. Leyburn, great kick.
St. Michael's line out around halfway. This time they secure possession. Good catch by Maloney. Andy Coleman peels away. Stopped by the Kilkenny defence. The ball moved infield this time. Dan Levy, the captain, stopped. Ball moved now to Byrne. This is the handling we were speaking about. Good tackle, but good strength to keep the ball alive. Cameron Diamond running crossfield, caught in possession by Sam Sterling. But it's there, Holland. Donald Lawler.
He was a tackler.
Straightened up nicely, but the ball has come out. Levy, great little break, looking for support, gets away from the tackle, eventually stopped just short of the 10-metre line in the Kilkenny half. Holland gets it out to Byrne, thought about the kick, moves it through the hands. Rory Kavanagh got it to his fullback Diamond, who kicks for the corner. A great chase, great tackle by Diamond. His opposite number, Jeremy Duncan, under a lot of pressure. The ball rolls out the side and into touch. Great pressure from St. Michael's.
Great pressure and great little dink through as well. Lucky not to give the penalty away, and Kilkenny be blessed that it's only a scrum.
Here we see it again. That's the little chip through by Cameron Diamond.
That's that pitch as well we talked about, John. A ball like that might slide on a more grassier pitch, but because it's quite hard down there, you got that bounce, and well executed by Cameron Diamond.
Well, this could be a big moment of the game. 5-metre scrum for St. Michael's. Ball just squirted out the back, but they get it away. Byrne moved it on nicely into midfield. The Kilkenny defence holds on that occasion. The shouting for numbers. Here comes St. Michael's once again. Maloney taken low. St. Michael's pressing that line. Hands used on the ground. Penalty for Kilkenny.
Brilliant play by Kilkenny. I was just watching their organisation in defence. They're talking to each other all the time, and that's been keeping them in this game. It's been Michael's non-stop, but Kilkenny's defence have really kept them in it today.
Ben Ridgway, good clearance from pretty much under his post. It's a long way to that touchline for sixth-year boys.
It is indeed, and what Kilkenny have to do is take the lesson they've learned from the Michaels line-out. Earlier on, they tried to throw it into the back. It's quite windy down there. Just win the ball. Develop some space around the front of the line-out and just win that ball.
There's the throw, good catch. Joshua Moynihan went up.
That's once, Red, once.
St. Michael's putting a lot of pressure. On that maul, it's edging towards the touchline.
Stay on, back.
Kilkenny did well, kept the ball alive, just got some forward momentum. Again, the St. Michael's line up very, very quickly. Ridgeway didn't have the option to pass. A little pick and go, stopped that time by St. Michael's. Good handling, down the narrow side.
Stay on, back foot.
Now the ball moved inside, Triggs coming onto it at pace, was stopped. Leyburn moves it infield, good interplay once again. It's the second time Delahunt has been involved. He's the Kilkenny captain. Just popped up the pass, and Kilkenny on the attack. Condell took ball and man at the same time. Leyburn gets it out to Bailey Carney. Oh, he had Sterling coming on his shoulder. He just wasn't able to pop up the pass, and then caught in possession. Concedes the penalty.
12 red isolated, you have to release the ball.
What we really needed to see there was a switch from Sam Sterling coming on to Bailey Carney. He was running slightly across pitch and he needed a switch, but great hands going back to Shane Delahunt. 2 occasions he's been the instigator with great passes and great hands, releasing players around him. Great to see from a prop forward.
Well, Ross Byrne has fan touch once again from the penalty. Takes play towards the 22. Well, Kilkenny showing early they're willing to have a go at the St. Michael's line. They've defended hard in the early moments and have a little bit more defending to do here. Good possession for St. Michael's in the line out. Captain Dan Levy carrying the ball, just having a look at his options, calls for more support in front, breaks away now. Straight into the arms of Shane Delahunt, the Kilkenny captain. Levy eventually got to ground and put the ball back. Lawler unable to find a way through, the ball stolen by Kilkenny, greeted by a big cheer from the Kilkenny support. Box kick comes from Leyburn. Cameron Diamond underneath it, safe catch. He's kicked that towards the corner. Where's it going to bounce? Flies straight to touch and play comes back. Just got too much on that one, Aidan.
Too much after his really successful last kick as well, but Leyburn probably a little bit lucky that ball was infield.
Well, Kilkenny have attempted to take it quickly. The referee wants it to come back.
Okay.
Going back to the Leyburn kick. Probably needs to keep those kicks closer to the touchline and learn from Cameron Diamond's kick earlier on that the pitch is quite hard down there, so the ball can bounce anywhere.
Robin Foote throws, goes to the back of the line out. Good lift, good take. Well, they really kept Harry Crowley up there waiting for that one.
Stay on.
Leyburn goes to Robin Foote, the hooker. Hooker stopped.
Blue.
Squirts out Leyburn under a little bit of pressure, but he did well. Got the pass away to Holland Brennan. Referee's arm is out, advantage being played to Kilkenny.
6 is offside when the ball came
St. Michael's straying offside.
6 blue.
They're doing it,
offside.
and I'm going to go back to Robin Foote, because these are the little unseen things you don't see from hookers. He's got an excellent throw. There's different types of throwing styles, and he's got a throw for the jumper to meet the ball in the air. A lot of times you see the jumper will go up and then the hooker throws it straight in, but a really skilled hooker will actually throw and let the jumper meet the ball in the air.
Well, Kilkenny kick to touch just came up short. It was a long way to that touchline. Cameron Diamond was alert to the danger, made a good catch and good clearance. Still a Kilkenny throw to the line out, but outside the 22 rather than inside. Michael Triggs with a catch at the front, whistle blows. Scrum to St. Michael's.
Ball was still in the line out, in 15. Yeah. Time off.
I'm afraid I jinxed Robin Foote on that one,
Take your time,
but
okay.
a huge skill, a real skill for any budding hookers out there when you're trying to
Okay,
when
Captain.
you're practicing your throwing. Have different quivers in your bow, because if you can throw different styles,
Captain.
it means that your line-out has so many different options. You can throw for the jumper to meet in the air, you can do a hard throw where the jumper jumps afterwards, or you can, and we've seen already from Foote thrown to the back of the line-out, the jumper's in the air and then he throws it in to meet him. Huge advantage for any team.
Come
Shane Delahunt is okay to take his place in the front row.
Keep coming. Crouch! Touch! No. Just... You weren't bound to your second row, okay? Make sure you keep him. I saw it, okay? I know what happened there. Crouch! Touch! Pause! Engage!
Take off the back by Donalola. Good handoff, released the ball before the tackle came in. This is good stuff. The pass doesn't go to hand though. St. Michael's need to regroup here. They do so. Good skill. Little show of the ball from Rory Kavanagh, but then he ran into a bit of traffic. Holland gets it back to Byrne. Lawless. Good work from Jamie Lawless, the prop.
Available now, Blue.
Holland looking left and right as his options, goes to Ross Byrne.
It's okay.
There's a shadow forward, but the ball's into the hands of Dan Levy. He kept the ball moving on well.
Feet, Red. Leave it.
Ross Byrne once again skips Lawless in the line. Kavanagh moves it out to O'Loughlin. Little chip into space. The bounce could be awkward here. Didn't quite go to hand for Rory O'Loughlin. It was an awkward one to deal with. Kilkenny clear. Was just kicked back to St. Michael's. They want to regroup here as Adam Levy comes on a break, gets away from one tackle. It's stopped by Ben Ridgway. Bobby Holland has a little snipe close to the ruck. St. Michael's continue, the big men driving towards the 22. The Kilkenny defensive line fans out. St. Michael's keep it tight. Lawless this time with the drive. Good support and clear out. There's a little bit of room for Holland here. Well, Kilkenny had to be alert. Gary Condell made the tackle. St. Michael's. Just slowed it down a little bit here, Kilkenny. It's given them a chance to get the defensive line set up. St. Michael's keep it tight on the first occasion.
Release two.
And now they've committed numbers to the wider side. Levy and Donalola waiting. Here comes the ball. It's to Lawler.
Roll away, 3 red.
Good clear out. The Kilkenny players continue to soak up the traffic. Tackles now. There's a bit of space. Byrne on the burst. Got away from one tackle. Couldn't get away from Gary Condell. Kavanagh this time moves the ball a little bit wider.
That's a ball.
And Kilkenny get the tackle in and hold the ball up. Whistle blows.
Back foot, please.
Well, great work from Simon Williams and Ross Bailey-Carney there for Kilkenny.
Really great work by the Kilkenny defence, and unfortunately for St. Michael's, Diamond and Chris Fagan had swept back blindside, and the ball just came the wrong side this time from Holland. Coming out to Kavanagh, and it surely should have went the other way. There was a lot of space and probably an overlap created by Diamond and Fagan.
Time, doctor.
Just coming back to some features of play there for St. Michael's. You often see when a breakdown breaks down that a team will go to a little maul beside that, so they'll set up 3 players, and you'd ask yourself, why do they do that? They're doing that to try and create quick ball out of slow ball, and the key to that is actually running at defenders' weak shoulders and getting that ball back to the scrum half as quickly as possible, and Michaels did that to great effect, and then at the end did a little wrap which created the space in the first instance. Bravo St. Michael's, and bravo Kilkenny defence.
Shane Delahunt receiving some more attention. This could be a worry. He's their captain, a really influential player. He's played representative schools rugby. Kilkenny can ill afford to lose him at this stage. They'll do everything they can. He's sitting up okay. I can't see exactly what the problem is.
Not going to question Shane Delahunt, but he is a leader and he is a captain, and he's probably given his team a little bit break after being on the back foot for such a long time, and that's intelligence. That's intelligent play by a captain.
Just wait a second, okay? Wait a second. That's your mark.
Well, he takes his place at the back of the line out. Robin Foote finds his man.
No hands, Blue! Back
Dylan Leyburn just directing operations. He wants the big man to take the ball forward.
Stay on back foot again.
Jonas Holland Brennan just dumped backwards there. No progress. Delahunt attempted to drive straight. Just bumped into one of his own players.
I'm just going to tie this back to what we talked about previously during the Delahunt injury.
Here we are.
That was a key time to set up that mini maul outside, because if you pick and go around the side of a ruck, you're going into a lot of bodies where they're very, very strong. Set up, do what Michaels did earlier on. That's the key there.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
Well, the ball is out, but the whistle is blown.
No. Lads, we want to get this right, okay? Square and steady. Make sure you take the hit. Make sure you don't drive early, okay? Make sure you take the hit. Make sure you don't drive early. We're on the 5. Okay? I'll come over here.
Small words of advice for the two front rows from Sean Gallagher.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage. Yeah. Collapse. No, don't. Listen, I'll speak to them, all right? Just get that bind up, okay?
Let's go, props.
Here we are.
Let's go, Danny.
Okay, I know, that's fine.
Crouch.
Some of the players look older than Sean Gallagher, Hayden.
Pause.
He's doing a good job of managing that scrum, because it's a difficult situation when you have two mismatched sized front rows like this.
Holland gets the ball out to Ross Byrne. Byrne takes it a second time, pops it up nicely. O'Loughlin into a bit of space, skips away from one tackle. Great handoff from O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin's going to score under the post. Wonderful try by St. Michael's. Well, there seemed to be a break in that defence coming. Kilkenny had held St. Michael's out for 16, nearly 17 minutes. But O'Loughlin breaks a hole in the defence.
And bravo O'Loughlin, he was the key to his score was this pass into the space and him cutting back at the inside shoulder. We've talked about it before. Some weak Kilkenny defending after all the great work earlier on. But even if he didn't score, he did fantastically well taking that run, a line of running that he did.
Well, St. Michael's support looking a bit more relaxed now. Ross Byrne with the conversion attempt. Nice easy kicking strike. That's a nice one to have for your first kick in a Leinster Schools semi-final, Aidan.
Was indeed, and he was an integral part of the score in the first place with his pass. He took it back on a wrap and put O'Loughlin into great space, and bravo O'Loughlin and St. Michael's.
Okay. Behind.
Ben Ridgway will restart. Oh, he hung it up nicely there. Great chase and great take by Kilkenny. That's a very, very difficult thing to do. Kilkenny come up with possession.
Went back.
The ball went backwards when it went loose. Harry Crowley caught in possession, and St. Michael's in quickly to steal the ball. Well, Donalola looks wound up.
He does indeed, and it was a great tackle. And the key part to Donalola there was not actually going to hurt that player. Yes, he picked him up, but he didn't put any body weight on him to drive him into the ground, and that's the difference between a spike tackle and a great tackle like this.
Ross Byrne finds a great touch. Have a look at this, Aidan. I think we'll see the catch here. That's great. Fantastic work, isn't it?
Great take, great bravery as well, taking the ball forward like that, not support it. A lot often you'd see players jumping in with a knee high and getting their shoulder high, but that was great bravery shown by the Kilkenny team.
St. Michael's line out, they go to the back, quick ball down by Murphy. Into the captain, Levy. Lola comes in to support. They drive well over the ball, it's there quickly. Andy Barr, the ball squirts loose, but St. Michael's recover it. Bobby Holland got away from the first tackle, then he was held. Cameron Diamond comes forward from full-back. Lawless and Josh Murphy setting up a little pod. Nice work by Ross Deacon, held on to Lawless's ankle. Well, Kilkenny were up quickly. Holland reacted though, kept the ball in hand. thought there was a little bit of space.
7 blue. 7 blue, side entry. Side entry.
Dan Levy coming in from the side, concedes the penalty.
And great Kilkenny defence. What they did there, they almost created a false sense of security for Billy Holland. He thought there was space outside, did a wrap, and then couldn't get the pass away, and then ran into a heavy congested area and turned over the ball.
Here we see it again. That's a big hit coming in, and that's when you said the wrap that just really was forced to keep it in hand, and there was just a lot of black and red shirts.
And that's the key to keeping your defence working as a team. You're working your little pods of 3. You can communicate really easily like that, and you can shut down attacks like that very easily when you work as a team.
Oh, a little bit overthrown that time. Levy comes up with possession. Really strong runner with ball in hand, just unable to get the pass away. It was a good tackle from Kilkenny to get wrap up Levy's arms, prevent the ball going out. A little bit of confusion from Kilkenny players. They both watched the ball, neither took command of the situation, but they reacted well to make the tackle and force the ball into touch.
Some bad news for St. Michael's. Levy looks like he's down injured, but that kick, you cannot let the ball bounce on a pitch like this. It's one of the key things as a defending team, and as your back 3, you always work together as a team. You got to communicate to each other. One guy got to claim that ball and the other support him, because that ball will bounce anywhere on this pitch.
And Dan Levy receiving some treatment. Just a problem with the right leg. You might see what happened here. This was the up and under. I think the 2 Kilkenny players expected the other to take it. It could have been costly. Adam Levy's a flyer.
A great kick by Ross Byrne as well. He really put it up there, knowing that the wind is there, and it hung very, very well for his own teammates to get up on the ball. Great kick chase by them.
Well, 22 minutes have flown by here. There's only the single score. St. Michael's leading by 7 points to 0. Dan Levy just stretching.
Just make sure you're well connected.
Just the same, Kilkenny didn't want to lose their captain. St. Michael's won't want to lose theirs.
He's been a huge part of this team, and he's one of the main ball carriers. And often what Michaels do, they always want to get the ball to the back of that line-out so they can release outside players, including Levy.
Well, Levy's taken his place at the very back of that line-out. Josh Murphy is the scrum half position. Kilkenny secure possession. Good box kick from Leyburn. St. Michael's backline is a little bit disjointed here. Cameron Diamond caught in possession. The blue shirts get back and protect the ball well. Ross Byrne, little kick through, it's half blocked down, scooped up, but I think he's offside. That's very, very unlucky. Sam Sterling, he was ahead of the block down.
You really feel sorry for Sam Sterling there. Reactions were great. Unfortunately, that's offside when that happens. It was from a block down.
That player was offside.
But great Kilkenny defence, getting up in the space, and this is what we talk about, taking the space, getting up in the opposition's face all the time.
Ross Byrne finds the touch from the penalty. He's kicked very, very well from the hand so far in this game. And he has both games. He can pass, he can run, as well as kicking.
He can indeed, and he's improved as the tournament has gone on, and he's executed everything he's had to do excellently today as well. So he's really improved as this tournament has aged.
Well, almost a really spectacular catch at the back of the line, and it just went ever so slightly forward from the St. Michael's jumper and into the hands of Jamie Lawless. That's good enough to be considered a knock on.
All right, make sure you get that.
We see it again.
And one of the things here is we've talked about this on many occasions, is just win the ball, because possession is king, and keep trying to go back to the line out all the time. And Kilkenny have just had an overthrow as well, so that means the wind is in question out there. So just get the ball in. Now they're 2 at 4. Win the ball.
Well, the scrum rotates a little bit. Kilkenny get the ball away though. Bailey Carney with a kick through, clever kick. It's set up nicely for Cameron Diamond inside the 22. It's plenty of time to clear. Just hooked it a little bit, but he got it out near the 10-metre line. That's okay.
That's a great result, and great work Bailey Carney as well. His chase, his follow-up after his kick was excellent. You often see after a great kick like that, the kicker leaning back and admiring his own kick, but he chased up there and he almost got the block down.
Andy Barr's back on his feet. Kilkenny line out. Oh, popped back into the hands of Robin Foote. He's doing his best to control the ball. He used his strength to stay away from the touchline. Kept the ball alive for Kilkenny. Oh, just a little bit of confusion there. Levy's up quickly. Gets the tackle in. Ball has gone loose. That's gone forward. St. Michael's advantage.
Just a bit too much put on that by the Kilkenny team. Again, it's the simple things done well that wins you games. Not the here it is. Just a missed pass. Putting Kilkenny under all sorts of pressure, and Levy up there like a good open side flanker.
Just come up, Blue. Crouch, touch, pause, engage.
Ball fizzed out to Ross Byrne. Dummies to one, then gives it to Levy coming in off the left wing. And Kilkenny defence got across. It's quickly recycled. Andy Coleman straight into black and red shirts. Holland to Lawless. Well, Kilkenny got feet to it. Have they turned over possession? They did, but a player on the ground. Oh, I thought it was a player on the ground. Used his hands. Shane Delahunt is pleading is okay, but there was a Kilkenny player come in from the side.
And that's something that we've talked about, John, throughout this campaign. When you have a big player like Lawless there, once they get through the initial contact, they got to pump their legs. Here we see it again. Use his body. He's got to pump that. He's got to carry those legs through, and he'll make so much more ground. And that's the key to big players like Lawless. Get the leg strength in your game earlier on in your career, and you'll carry it throughout the whole thing.
Captain, just be careful there, okay?
Oh, squirting water on his face. I just wonder whether it's the sand from the surface is his problem if he tackled face down.
It's very sandy pitch down there, and we've seen the reaction to the ball dropping and bouncing all over the place down there tonight. But Kilkenny very unfortunate not to get that ball. I'd say they were away. They had a huge overlap here on this near side, and surely was a try if that ball got away.
Well, Ross Byrne considered the wind and had a look at the posts, but decided to go for the touchline. He's found a good touch
inside
up around the 22-metre line.
Blue off the line.
Well, Kilkenny have competed really, really well in this game so far. They trail by a single score. A little bit more defending to do here. Throw into the back of the line at that time. Referee said it went back off St. Michael's, forward off a Kilkenny player, playing a St. Michael's advantage. Bobby Holland goes to Lawless. That time Lawless got his body over the ball. Here it is again. Ross Byrne got the pass away. Kavanagh just had to check and wait and then ran back to where there was support. St. Michael's get them all moving. Kilkenny want to stop that quickly.
Still going forward.
Well, the body's tumbled to the ground. The ball squirts out. It's come out. Kilkenny turned it over. Leyburn gets it out to Bailey Carney. Manages to find a superb touch. What a clearance.
Huge clearance there, and great bravery by the Kilkenny players. The ball went on deck. I love seeing players just getting straight on that. Shows bravery, shows their commitment to their team, and great clearance kick as well. Very relieving from all the pressure they've been under. Here we see the ball squirting out. And Ross Deacon straight down on that ball. Great commitment to his team.
Murphy taps the ball back. St. Michael's get the ball into midfield. Ross Byrne throws it over one. Brilliant handling from St. Michael's. Big tackle comes in. Rory O'Loughlin shows great strength. And the ball has just hit the whitewash.
Great strength by O'Loughlin there. What he needed when he was stopped in the first instance was players to come to him, because he's knocked off balance. Here we see it. Great pass by Byrne over the top here, releasing O'Loughlin. He gets stopped on an initial hit. He needs his players to come to him there to keep him in touch.
Well, good teamwork from the Kilkenny defence. Michael Triggs with the first tackle, and Bailey Carney came across. Rory O'Loughlin. He took a bit of a bang when he hit the ground. He hit it quite hard when he was tackled.
And indeed, as we've said, that pitch is hard down there, and if you fall badly like that, because this is what I'm saying, if you see a player in trouble like that, go to him, get him out of the danger zone, also keep him in the pitch. And Rory O'Loughlin falling on the back of his head there, looks like he's okay.
Kilkenny players in a huddle. Just need something to go their way. They almost got away with the block down, just unfortunately offside. They just need a little break, I think.
And what are they saying in there? They're probably saying, let's keep doing what we're doing. The break will come. The longer they stay in this game, the more their belief will grow.
I'm not sure if Rory O'Loughlin is going to be okay to continue. They'll give him every chance. But you just don't want to take a risk with any players. And the trouble is, he's just going to say, I'm okay to go on.
Of course he is. He's trained for this. He's put everything into this for the last couple of years, so that's the danger. Looks like he's okay though.
Play resumes with the Kilkenny line out. St. Michael's get a hand up there and steal it. Bobby Holland does really well to get the ball away. Lovely feint pass from Lawler, but he was well tackled by Dylan Leyburn getting back. The referee shouting at the Kilkenny number 8, Ross Deacon, to release the ball. Penalty, St. Michael's.
Sorry.
Well, he was shouting at 8, but it was number 7.
A great work, just going to back to that line, a great work by Ross Maloney. You often don't see players getting kudos for that. Great work here, he gets a finger to it. It would have been a knock on anyway. And that gets St. Michael's. Great kicking position for Ross Byrne, and the form he's in, this is surely 3 points.
Continue to play if there's a rock there, all right? Yeah.
Well, Michael Triggs tried to make the argument, you were shouting 8, leave it, I was number 7. But I think you hear the call, leave it from the referee. Just don't worry about what number you are.
He's been great as well, Michael Triggs. In the line-out in particular, he's worked really, really well with Robin Foote, both in attack and defence.
Ross Byrne will have the shot at goal from the penalty, successful with 1 kick so far from the conversion of Rory O'Loughlin's try. Gets that between the posts. That was a tricky kick, Aidan, into the wind and just slightly to the right for the right-footed kicker. It's always hard to know where to aim.
And a long pause by Sean Gallagher. So Ross Byrne looking at him going, blow that bloody thing.
Well, Ross Byrne continues his perfect kicking record, 6 out of 6 in the quarter-final here at Donnybrook, 2 out of 2 today. And it's Kilkenny College 0, St. Michael's 10.
Not 10, scrum back.
When that happens, John, the thing to do is let the ball bounce, because it may go 10, and also the other thing is the opposition may play it and you may get out of trouble. So if that ever happens for any team, any players watching, let it bounce, see what happens, see if the opposition react, and you may get out of trouble.
Crouch, touch, pause, engage.
Lawler, little pick, gets the ball away to Holland. Byrne was that one forward. The referee allows play to go on. He was perfectly in line.
Stay.
Holland reaches in.
Roll away forward.
Gets the pass away. Kilkenny up quickly to make the tackles.
Falling over. Play on.
Holland out to Byrne once more. Long pass from Byrne. This is where St. Michael's are very, very strong. Moving the ball wide quickly. Oh, Kilkenny defence have done their homework. They fanned across the pitch and snuffed out that attack, but St. Michael's come again, lawless. A little bit isolated. The blue shirts come in to support now. Well, Lawless did well. Good strength to just stay on his feet and wait for support. Holland. Sniping run snuffed out. St. Michael's come again though. It's Cameron Diamond, the fullback. Josh Murphy leading the charge for St. Michael's. Good support coming the ball. Moved into the back line now. Kavanagh, again, 2 tacklers, the 2 centres combining. Bailey Carney and Sterling for Kilkenny. And Kilkenny drive forwards and they force the penalty. Hands on the ground.
He was through the gate, hands away.
Brilliant defence by Kilkenny. I'm going to go back to Jamie Lawless because we critiqued him earlier on for this, not pumping his legs. He did it on this occasion and gained enough time for his teammates to get there and get the ball away. Here's that quick ball we talk about, creating quick ball out of slow ball, and then they come back this side. Probably should have gone the other side. They had more numbers that side and an overlap in numbers.
Yeah, great work from the Kilkenny defence. They forced the penalty, they found touch. The referee said there was 3 minutes exactly to play before the kick was taken. Robin Foote will throw. They send a pod to the back. Robin Foote finds his man. Now can Kilkenny get on the scoreboard before the break? No way through for Simon Williams. The ball is there for Leyburn. Delahunt got the pass away. Referees indicating it went backwards. Delahunt did well to recover. Leyburn. Bailey Carney just runs into a wall of blue shirts, but Kilkenny get there, drive the ball forward. Just managed to prevent the turnover. Delahunt gets the ball out wide. Great strength, great work. But eventually there's just too many defenders and the player tackled into touch.
All comes back to another great Kilkenny line-out. Robin Foote hitting his man Harry Crowley right at the back of the line-out, and that creating all the space. Delahunt again, a key part of this attack. Here we go with the Crowley take right at the back. Great hands, a good timing down to a scrum half. That creates go forward ball. And then we see Delahunt taking it on from there.
St. Michael's line out, awkward ball. It's advantage Kilkenny, but they come under charge inside the 22. Deacon to within 10 metres of that try line. The ball is there. Leyburn keeps it tight. The St. Michael's defence read that one well, but the ball is there for Kilkenny. Counter-rucking comes in. Leyburn gets the ball away. Holland Brennan pops up the pass. This is Ross Deacon once again. Leyburn pop pass up to Crowley. Crowley picked up, whistle blows. Penalty to Kilkenny. Well, they deserve that at the very least. Oh, there's a lot of players stretched. Referee not allowing Kilkenny take the quick penalty.
Great play by Kilkenny. First of all, Deacon making that break off that poor Michael's line out. And then Holland Brennan, that pass back into Deacon again, and Crowley getting his team a vital penalty.
That's your mark.
Well, here's the problem at the line out. It was a good throw to the back, just a little bit too far from Dan Levy. He got fingertips to it, but what a break by Deacon. And then again, Kilkenny were there, quickly recycled. They take the right option to come back the first time.
Probably should have kept going the same way. They had numbers out this side, but they made the best of it. And here we see Holland Brennan draw the man, pass back into Deacon again, and then it's Crowley's turn, and he does fantastically well. Takes the impact, pumps his legs, gets his team 3 points.
Well, Rory O'Loughlin was dumped backwards in that tackle. He got his head in front of the ball carrier's thighs. He was a little bit dazed after a bang a little while ago in the touchline. I hope he's okay. And back on his feet. Made it tough stuff.
He is indeed, and he's carried extremely well as tackled extremely well all day. This is surely 3 points for Kilkenny. Again, St. Michael's have not learned from that line out. They haven't been successfully hitting the back of the line out. Dump it. Use 2 and 4. Get the ball in. Win it.
Well, Kilkenny have a chance to get on the scoreboard just before the break. Simon Williams, their wing, has the kicking duty today. Kick is on its way. Oh, that's a huge kick. He didn't need all that sort of distance. Excellent penalty from Simon Williams. The Kilkenny supporters, something to cheer. They're on the scoreboard. Sean Gallagher has blown the half-time whistle. And the half-time score at Donnybrook. It's Kilkenny College 3, St. Michael's College 10.
And especially to the losing team, because they're going in having won the last battle on the pitch, and that's a huge advantage going into the second half.
Blue, you ready?
Referee Sean Gallagher just checking the two sides are ready. Ben Ridgway, let's make sure he gets this 10 metres. He does, spinning, and nicely taken. That's the St. Michael's captain, Dan Levy.
Stay.
Holland goes for the box kick. St. Michael's probably have the benefit of the breeze in the second half. A nice clearance from Jeremy Duncan. Finds touch okay.
Was indeed, and again, just beware of that bouncing ball. You cannot let it bounce. Got to cover the pitch. And the key to covering the pitch like that is actually just communication. Telling guys what little zone they have on the pitch so they can be the one to catch it. One of the golden rules is always let the guy coming onto the ball be the catcher.
Quick possession again for the line out. Byrne in midfield moves the ball on. Kavanagh. Two strong handoffs from Kavanagh, but he doesn't manage to get away from his man. Bailey Carney tracked him and made the tackle. Kilkenny managed to steal the ball. They have great turnover. Delahunt, the captain, popped the pole up nicely.
Release 7.
Holland Brennan coming on his shoulder. Kilkenny go back to the narrow side once again. This is Joshua Moynihan, the second row.
14 blue, roll away.
Leyburn back to his captain, Delahunt. Just had to delay a little bit. It allowed the St. Michael's defenders get up quickly. But Leyburn gets his pass away. Ridgway, nice little pop pass. Good skill from Triggs coming on the burst. He was hit hard, but he kept the ball alive. Good work from Kilkenny. A drive into the St. Michael's half.
Once.
That's been stopped. Bailey Carney peels away.
Release him now, blue.
Slam to the ground. Carney struggling to get his body off the ball. Leyburn has to wrench it out. He does so. Delahunt.
Advantage.
On the ball. Knock on both ways. The first one was Kilkenny. They'll come back for St. Michael's scrum. Well, I got that wrong.
It actually was Delahunt trying to get the pass away, and Michael's hands knocking it forward, but gonna go back to that man, Bailey Carney. He's the guy who won the ball initially on the ground, way over in the far touchline. And then again, he was involved. He's been everywhere today, and he's been a fantastic asset for his team today. Delahunt, a key man in he's actually like a link player. It's unusual to see a prop doing that. In some occasions, though, the right decision not to give the pass, and that was probably one of it that we've just seen.
Well, Rory O'Loughlin heads to the side. He's been in the wars. A brave performance from the centre. Brought into the starting 15 late. Scorer of the St. Michael's try. Well, Nick McCarthy comes in. He played scrum half in the last round. They may just rearrange the back line and send Bobby Holland into the centre.
I think you're right, John. I think we've seen McCarthy had a good game last week, as did Holland. Like to see Holland in the centre. I thought he did extremely well and released players outside him pretty well. Also, very, very powerful ball carrier himself. Great to see a captain like Delahunt here while he's down on the ground, getting attention, still calling out the orders, telling his team what to do, what he's noticed. That's a key part of a captain.
He was getting some heavy strapping for his ankle outside his boot. Back on his feet now. That'll affect his mobility a little bit. Well, St. Michael's are lining out with Bobby Holland at inside centre for this one. Well, the scrum has turned. The referee wants the ball played. Leyburn gets it away. A little bit awkward for Ridgway. Took it on the bounce. Sam Sterling running back into cover. Again, Kilkenny showing good strength. Kept that maul moving. Leyburn This is Delahunt. Let's see how his mobility is. He was tackled quickly before he could get going. Holland was up to make that tackle.
It's okay, accidental.
Hint of offside there, with the referee quickly shouting that it was okay. Accidental, player running back. Good refereeing. It just allows the players to keep playing, focus on the ball. Leyburn looking for a little bit of support.
Advantage.
Just all got a bit tight for Kilkenny. The ball knocked on. Scrum St. Michael's.
Such a pity for Kilkenny. The thing to do in this case is keep going the same way. You've created a space, keep going. And coming back inside means that defending players who are getting back off the ground are ready and poised to tackle you. But Kilkenny have been impressed all day. Every time a guy takes on the ball, there's a swarm of his own players around him to help him. We've seen that around a lot of ball carriers today. Ross Bailey-Kearney, every time he's carried, or one of his teammates is carrying, hooking onto him, leeching onto him and carrying him into battle.
Engage.
Nick McCarthy puts into the scrum.
It's okay, there it is.
Ball is there, McCarthy to Byrne. Again, quick hands, great stuff. Fullback is into the line. Cameron Diamond unable to find his way through. Sterling got back to make the tackle. And have Kilkenny managed to rip the ball loose here. It looks like it's Bailey-Kearney once again. Great stuff from Kilkenny. Ridgway moves the ball on. Delahunt nicely passed. Holland Brennan coming on the break. Delahunt is there in support. Ross Deacon. Ridgway just needed to gather the ball a second time, but he sucked in some defenders. Duncan took the reverse pass. It's back to Triggs. This is brilliant stuff from Kilkenny. They're almost up to the 22.
You're off your feet, Blue 7.
Leyburn appealing for the penalty, but plays the ball now. Ridgway gets it away to Sterling. Sterling from the tackle. Gives it to Jeremy Duncan. Duncan, good strength, stayed on his feet, found his captain, Delahunt. On a real lively start to the second half from Kilkenny into the 22 now.
It's a rock now, Blue, leave it.
Ball is there for Leyburn all the way to Ridgway, skips one of the line. Oh, Bailey-Kearney caught in possession. St. Michael's were up really, really quickly. Kilkenny somehow keep the ball alive. Ross Deacon coming around on the burst again. How many times has he carried the ball? Delahunt into contact. Well tackled by Gavin Kelly. Was just all a little bit tight as Leyburn probes down the narrow side. Whistle blows.
Squeeze ball.
Squeeze ball, the call from the referee, Sean Gallagher. But great stuff from Kilkenny
14.
there, Aidan.
Great stuff from Kilkenny. Same way work, and it's that thing that they're such a team there. This would have been a fantastic team try, and it started right back at the start with Bailey-Kearney ripping this ball, fighting for every inch, getting the ball back for his team, and then they've worked together. Every time there's a ball carried, there's several Kilkenny players around helping him into the contact, because there is a weight advantage between these two teams, but there certainly isn't an enthusiasm and a desire advantage. Kilkenny are winning that battle for sure.
St. Michael's make a change in the front row. Andy Barr makes way. Dennis Coulson comes in his place. Another one big man for another. Coulson 2 tries in the last round, coming off the bench.
And Coulson somewhat a victim of his own success, if you will, because a coach will look at that and go, Coulson did so well coming off the bench last day. He scored 2 tries. Perhaps that's the secret recipe for Coulson. So the thing for the likes of Coulson to do in this case is keep knocking on the door, and it'll eventually open, because you will prove to a coach that I'm worth more than just an impact sub. I can start for you and I can do the job there as well.
Andy Coleman for St. Michael's just getting some attention as well. Referee waiting for everybody to be okay. Play will restart with the penalty. There's the St. Michael's bench. Well, they're looking quite relaxed, but they're only a converted try ahead.
They are, and Kilkenny are not finished. That last passage of play was multi-phase. Everybody involved. Condell, Foot, Delahunt in the front row, Moynihan, Holland, Brennan in the second row, and the entire back row, Crowley, Deacon and Triggs, have been everywhere today, and they're a credit to their team.
Bernard Jackman and Kelvin Leahy, the St. Michael's coaches, in conversation. There's going to be a change. They decided Andy Coleman can't go on. Well, wise decision if he's not fully fit. Stephen Harold will come in his place. There he is.
Just wait for a second until that player as well. Just wait a second, alright. Squeeze ball.
Back with the action. Ross Byrne has found a good touch from a narrow angle.
Ross Byrne, of course, it was a penalty to Michael, so they kick into touch, they get the throw in, and this is a great place for attack middle of the pitch line out with your whole back row in the back line. We like to probably see Levy carrying this one.
Well, they got a Lawler in the line out. Byrne gets the ball, and here comes St. Michael's from deep. It's Levy looking for a bit of space. St. Michael's centres get in and attack the ball. The ball's gone forward, advantage being played to Kilkenny. Great defence from the two Kilkenny centres, Sterling and Bailey Carney once again. They double-teamed Levy, they got the ball.
And Michael's again guilty of trying too much from their repertoire. They've been getting huge success from hitting up around the 10 channel, so around the opposition number 10, and then going the same way. This time often to go very, very far out in the first case of first phase ball.
Crouch, touch, pause, engage.
The referee sees an infringement in the scrum. Penalty to Kilkenny.
Number 3.
That's a huge mental win now for Kilkenny. They've got the turnover from the first ball, from that first phase ball from the Michaels line out, and now they've turned over the scrum. This is their opportunity to pounce and get back into level terms.
Ridgway finds a good touch. Here we see the replay again. Who can we pick up? I think it was on the referee side.
Okay.
Well, maybe not. Lawless, his head popped up on this side.
That was a huge win for Delahunt in that case against Lawless. Two big men.
Robin Foot goes to the front of the line out, takes the ball back, Foot charging into the 22. Great strength from Robin Foot.
6 blue, roll away.
Squeezes the ball back through his legs. Can he take the direct route? Crowley unable to find his way through the ball, moved infield now. Moynihan.
7 blue away.
Kilkenny 3 metres short of that line. Leyburn has a little look left and right.
Back foot.
Might consider the blind side here. Goes the short side. Delahunt moves the ball on, and just a little bit of a mix-up between Delahunt and Harry Crowley.
And had they scored, that would have been an enormous victory for them. Very unfortunate, great play. And that line out, that front little movement at the line out, we've seen that open all day today, wondering would they use it. It's a little, when you don't have defence at the start of the line out, and Delahunt popping it back to Foot, and he does extremely well, pumping his legs here like we talked about to keep himself in field, pushing the ball back to ensure his scrum half gets it. Great play, Robin Foot.
Blocked down to the box kick, but it flies away to touch.
There is no substitute for desire, and Kilkenny have it in abundance. They're in this game at a huge extent, only 7 points away, a converted try.
St. Michael's through to the line out, came off a Kilkenny hand. Kilkenny get up, have they turned over possession here? Yes, they have. Moynihan has a drive for the line. Leyburn moves it infield. Ridgway pops it back inside to Bulfin. No way through. The black and red shirts swarm over the ball to protect it. Delahunt thought about the pass, kept it in hand this time. Robin Foot is there in support. The ball squirts out the side. Leyburn did well to recover it. Holland, Brennan taking it on. Just gets turned slightly the wrong way, but the ball is there for Kilkenny once again. Ridgway fakes the pass. He did well, just doesn't quite find the support player. Coming on the burst was Bailey Carney. St. Michael's turn it over and hoofed the ball clear, and a huge clearance to touch, and St. Michael's can breathe again.
Couple of Michael's players on the deck as well, and that only adds to the Kilkenny desire. They're seeing the damage they're doing. They're hitting the line, and it's surely going to open for them if they keep trying like this. One of the small criticisms is that they're splitting their team both sides of the pitch, and Michaels are reacting very, very well to that in defence. If Kilkenny can create an overlap on one side, they'll surely get through for a try.
Well, here we see the move again. Ridgway did really well. He popped the pass up there. He's used the man coming on his inside shoulder in the last move. Went the other way this time. The ball just didn't quite go to hand, and a great clearance from Cameron Diamond. The wind is picking up a bit here, Aidan, and it's favouring St. Michael's. They do get huge advantage when they kick for touch like that.
That's a huge kick by Diamond. He'd be delighted with that, and it just caught the wind as it was on a rise. But Kilkenny, the key for them now is just to focus on everything they've done well so far. Keep working the same way, because they'll eventually get a numerical advantage on one side, and that'll be the breakthrough that they need. Rugby's a very simple game like that. You want your forwards to run at backs, so they're committed into it. That means the backline's at disarray, and that's where you create your overlaps.
Donald Lawler back on his feet. Smiles on the faces of the St. Michael support. Donald Lawler, well, he really looks like he's in some difficulty there.
Be careful there, right? Too many players stopping at the break there.
He's going to try and go on.
And Michael's certainly battle scarred from this. If they do go on to progress into the final, they'll certainly have a few injuries and battle scars from this game with Kilkenny.
Well, Kilkenny back inside their own half, only just. They have to build again. A secure possession from the line out.
Advantage.
The ball goes forward off the hand. St. Michael's turn it over. Levy gets the ball through. Byrne, nice pop pass. Holland in a little bit of space. Got away from the tackle. Have Kilkenny got a hand on this and taken it back? No, St. Michael's secure it. Levy once again gets into the 22. Just lost his footing.
He's okay, it was open play.
The support comes quickly. Coulson protecting the ball. Did well to get the pass away. Dancing feet from Kavanagh into the 22 to within 10 metres of the try line. Lawless used as the battering ram this time. Good strength from Lawless. Kept on moving. The ball comes back. Byrne. Wasn't able to get the pass away. Took the ball into contact. Popped up nicely. Levy. Or Coulson it is, driving again. Is Coulson going to get another try for St. Michael's this time?
It's a maul.
Kilkenny desperately protecting the try line. And they get the decision. The ball knocked on at the end by St. Michael's. And Kilkenny survive.
That is a huge turnover for Kilkenny. I was just saying to myself, it would not surprise me if they turned this one over after all that. Brilliant attack by Michaels. Great carry by the front rowers. And it was Levy in the first instance. Look at his feet. Step, and pumps on the gas. Little foot trip got him in the end. But fantastic play by Levy in the first instance.
8 pound. Crouch. Touch.
Well, Kilkenny need a tidy scrum here. Get the ball away. Get it clear. Get their breath back.
Stay bound, 6.
Pick off the back by Deacon. Great work, gets a little bit of support from Tom Bulfin. They've got closer to the touchline and a little further from the try line. That makes it that bit easier for the kicker.
Back foot. It's fine, back foot.
Leyburn ready to pass. Ridgway waits. Back to Ridgway. Oh, that's an excellent clearance from Ridgway.
Great clearance and great pick off the base. That's not a simple thing to do 5 metres from your own line by Deacon. And the key for Deacon's pick from the base there was his little skip out of the tackle. He had a player round his ankles, he pumped his legs and kicked out of that tackle. Bravo, Ross Deacon, great carry.
Gavin Kelly throws this line out. St. Michael's on the Kilkenny 22.
He's still back.
St. Michael's attempt to set up the maul. Levy carrying the ball at the back. Oh, they just separated and then rejoined. Truck and trailer, they call it.
It's a very difficult one because it was Harry Crowley who got in there and did all that damage because he actually distracted the Michaels players when they saw him in the line in the first game. Great take. And Triggs Crowley unfortunate not to get that ball, but that landed him in the position where he could actually do massive disruption for Michaels, and that's why they got the truck and trailer.
Change at outside half. Ben Ridgway is off. Evan Kelly comes in his place.
Pause, engage. Stay bound 6.
Leyburn gets the ball back. Kelly, top pass up
20 blue roll
to Bailey Carney.
It's okay.
Bailey Carney stopped on his own 22-metre line. Oh, they might lose territory here if this finds touch. It doesn't. It's all academic. Levy. Great chase up by Holland Brennan to put in the tackle. And have Kilkenny got in and stolen this one? They have. Box kick from Leyburn. Ross Byrne is back there. Doesn't hold on to it, but it went backwards. But he's timed to eye up the touchline. Has he managed to get this to bounce in play? No, just got too much on it. And it's all worked out nicely for Kilkenny on that occasion.
Brilliant play by Kilkenny again. Robin Foote living up to his namesake. Great kick by him. Just missing touch, but that worked out well for him because it would have been a Michaels throw-in if he missed it, and it would have been brought back to where he kicked it from. And then the chase up, Holland Brennan it was. The second row was first man up, and that led to massive pressure. Leyburn, we talked about this in the first half, those box kicks need to be closer to the touchline, because by kicking to the middle of the pitch gives Ross Byrne both angles. He didn't take advantage on this occasion, but he's had a fantastic Byrne game to date.
Harry Rhys-Thomas coming on in place of Jeremy Duncan at fullback for Kilkenny College.
Keep that bind, please. Keep that bind.
Robin Foote coming forward to take over the ball carrying responsibility in the maul, but he's been caught now and driven backwards. Great work by Dennis Coulson. St. Michael's forced the turnover. They get the put into the scrum.
Foote unlucky, and that's coming back to exactly why Crowley won the line-out, going way back into a few phases back. Foote getting dislodged from the rest of his pack, allowing the Michaels players to come in, and numbers just won it in the end. Foote just couldn't get out of that awkward position he was caught in.
Touch, pause, engage.
It looks like St. Michael's are ready and Cian Kelleher to come into the game. The scrum front rows have gone down.
Yeah, just it's the problem on this side. All right, I'm going to come around here. All right. Yeah, you can come in a little bit. It's very sandy. All right.
Let's go, Jamie.
Just make sure you get your bind. Yeah, okay. I'm going to speak to him. Make sure you get your bind early. All right, just make sure you get your bind early. Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
McCarthy into the scrum. A little bit slow coming back. Front rows have gone up. Still a put in for St. Michael's though.
They've energy in abundance, Kilkenny. They're fighting everything, every little inch on this pitch. They're fighting for it, and they've really picked up their game in this scrum.
Just make sure you just take the 45 and that's it. Okay, stop after that. Yeah.
Referee just has a word with the front rows again. He's had a good game.
Pause. Engage.
That one's rotated a long way. Penalty, St. Michael's.
You're wheeling it.
Kilkenny just guilty there of actually wheeling the scrum purposely to try and get the penalty on their side.
Illegally.
And Sean Gallagher spotted it on this occasion. Well spotted by Sean Gallagher.
Ross Byrne has found touch. St. Michael's make another change. Cian Kelleher coming on. Left winger Adam Levy makes way.
Yeah, this man here.
Oh, great depth in the St. Michael's squad. Another attacking chance for them now. Shortened line out.
No.
An appeal for a penalty. Sean Gallagher saying no. It wasn't taken down by Kilkenny. Dan Levy done a roller on his shoulder. Levy tackle but leaves the ball back. Topped up nicely. Dennis Coulson and Steve Harold working together.
Off his leg.
The reverse pass didn't quite work out, but St. Michael's have managed to hold on to it. McCarthy whips it out. Byrne to Kavanagh. Little bit of space for Kavanagh. Just couldn't get the pass away. Bailey Carney just got himself in the way. Secured the ball. Delahunt spinning away from the tackle. St. Michael's get their hands on the ball. Delahunt has to wrestle hard and held on to it after he was on the ground.
It's fine, it was a maul. No, he was there. He was okay to play it. Back you go.
Delahunt just guilty of carrying the ball in one hand. When you carry the ball in one hand, it's there to be poached by the opposition. St. Michael's would be very unwise not to take this kick. They should get 3 points on the board. Just while we're waiting, John, one of the questions you're asked in rugby is why do you do all the work, the core work, the ladder work, all the agility work, and it's things like that. When you fall badly, you're easily poached by the opposition. A lot of French teams, for example, top 14 teams, will do a lot of judo work to work on that core, that body strength, because that's where you win those little battles that actually win you games. When you turn over a ball like that, it can lead to points like this on the board that can change the entire face of a game.
Well, the kicking tee brought on for Ross Byrne. Referee will wait. The kick won't take place until the St. Michael's player has been dealt with. But this is a key kick. It'll take the margin out to 10. If Ross Byrne gets it, Kilkenny will need to score twice.
13 minutes. 13.
It's a mental thing as well, knowing there's only one try, one score, a converted try, and to making that into a converted try plus a penalty to even get to draw is a big difference when you're coming into the closing stages of a game, because you start to see panic creeping in. People start looking at the scoreboard, looking at what time's left, and that leads to panic. That can lead to the milliseconds of a pass that make the difference in the first place.
You need to get it going.
We just heard Sean Gallagher say there's 13 minutes left. Well, 13 minutes will commence when Ross Byrne takes the penalty.
Okay, thank you.
Gavin Kelly's okay, back on his feet. Craig Miller is ready to come into the action for Kilkenny. Ross Byrne. Huge kick now for the young man. Successful with 2 from 2 today. Sends it on its way. He's caught that. Absolutely perfect. He's nailed that one. What a kick.
That is a gem of a kick by Ross Byrne. He's played the wind perfectly as well, because it's really picked up down there, and he didn't overcook it. He could have easily overcooked it, but he let it hang slightly. The wind caught it and finished it off for him. Great kick by Ross Byrne.
And there's plenty more of that. He carried the dead ball line. Kilkenny College 3, St. Michael's College 13. 10 points between the sides. Kilkenny will need to score twice. Change behind the scrum. Dylan Layburn's had a good game, but Craig Miller comes in to replace him.
Let it go 10. When it's not 10, your kicker doesn't kick 10. Let it go 10. You never know what will happen.
Yeah, it's very sandy. We'll just move over, all right? I know. That's very soft there. Okay, steady before the ball, lads. Just come up a small bit, okay? That's the mark. Crouch!
So
Touch.
2 substitute scrum halves now.
Pause! Engage!
McCarthy puts the ball in, but it's heeled against the head. Pick up at the back by Deacon. Runs cross field. Great tracking by Josh Murphy. Kilkenny kick for the corner. He's found a bit of grass now. How way will it bounce? Aaron Diamond watched it well. He had a bit of time. His kick is sliced slightly. Delahunt underneath it. Gets it at the second attempt. Bravely got the ball away as the tackle came in. Delahunt picks himself back up again. Craig Miller's at the bottom of that pile. So Kilkenny without the scrum half. Delahunt feinted the pass. But the St. Michael's defensive line were ready close to the ruck. Now Miller Pass just dropped in midfield, stolen by St. Michael's.
We have to stop, sorry.
The referee
We're
stops
sorry.
the game. There's a St. Michael's player injured too close to the play.
This guy. We can't play on when there's a guy down, okay? It's your scrum here.
Great pick earlier on by Ross Deacon off to the left. Turnover in the scrum for Kilkenny, winning it over St. Michael's.
All right.
And when he's made that much space going one way, you need to go that same way. There's no point in coming back into all the traffic that he's run from, because it's easy for St. Michael's to defend, and they were forced to kick. Diamond didn't return the kick particularly well, but it took all the sting out of the Kilkenny attack.
All players just in a huddle. Alex Penny has come in, number 19.
Fine, yeah. Okay.
Referee just checking who's going off. We think it's Josh Murphy.
6.
Yeah, it is indeed.
It's a blue scrum. They were going.
And he's had another good game. He's had a good game in the last leg as well. Josh Murphy certainly put everything into this game.
Let's go. Right, wait for the ball, all right. Come up, here we are, here, 2.
So back to a scrum on halfway.
Touch, pause, engage.
McCarthy rolls it in, gets the pass away to Byrne. Byrne feinted a kick, kept it in hand. Nice little chip over the top. Good work tight to that line by Kilkenny coming on the counter-attack.
Back foot.
They're still battling hard. They need to get a score quickly just to maybe shake the confidence of the St. Michael's side. Good running from Sam Sterling, just lost his footing on a dusty part of the pitch. St. Michael's turn it over though. Byrne has a look outside. Holland keeps it moving out to Cian Kelleher. Ball kept in play. Now it's gone over the touchline. But it went forward from a St. Michael's player. It'll be a scrum, not a touch.
Okay, he didn't.
Well spotted by Sean Gallagher. Looked like he kicked it there on the wing, but it was actually off his hand. And again, it's one of those cases of players going into contact and just not pumping their legs to get those extra yards that are vital to hold on to the ball.
Time off.
Well, Cian Kelleher had the right idea. He dropped the ball to his foot to kick it. Little grubber kick through, but he just didn't get his boot to it.
And that was down to great defence again by Kilkenny. They've certainly laid everything on the line today.
Conor Duffy, number 16, comes on for St. Michael's.
8-man drive, hold me back, boys.
Takes his place at the base of the scrum. He's replaced Donald Lawler.
Engage. Okay.
Miller
Taken back.
gets the ball away to Rhys Thomas. Just a fumble in a dangerous part of the field from Kilkenny.
And St. Michael's have certainly paid a pound of flesh today. They've had a lot of injuries. Jamie Lawless just gone off, Donald Lawler gone off, Rory O'Loughlin, some of the key players to this St. Michael's team. And they're lucky the game, if they do progress into the final, they're lucky that it's not sooner.
Keep coming.
Now, this is a great attacking position for St. Michael's, pretty much under the posts.
Engage.
15 or 18 metres out. The ball comes out a little bit quickly. McCarthy reacts well. Byrne keeps the ball moving on. Kavanagh, strong running in the centre.
No hands.
Gets some good forward momentum.
Back foot.
St. Michael stopped 8 metres from that try line. Kilkenny desperately trying to steal the ball. St. Michael secure it. Alex Penny dipped his shoulder. Makes 2 or 3 more metres for St. Michael's. McCarthy keeping the ball tight at the moment. Conor Duffy on that occasion took the pass, gets himself to ground. Has it been stolen? Well, it was pinched. I don't know whether he was onside. Delahunt did really, really well. But Kilkenny still under pressure. The ball's gone forward off of St. Michael's hands. Scrum Kilkenny.
He was okay.
That was fantastic play. And Delahunt, in that case, he was the tackler, so he's perfectly entitled to go for the ball. It may even have been Josh Moynan in that case that went for that one, but huge bravery again shown by Kilkenny. This is what you get. Here we are, the tackle. Looks like Moynan Delahunt it was, and he was perfectly entitled to go for that ball because he didn't sneak into that position. He was the tackler in the first case.
Kilkenny make a change in the front row. Jack Baker, 17, has gone on for Gary Condell. Pick off the back by Ross Deacon.
7. Yeah.
Well tackled by Levy, well tracked.
Stay on, back foot, back foot. Hi, back foot, 18. It's okay.
Well, Rhys Thomas had to hurry there. He got his kick away, but a great chase. Super pace by Simon Williams. St. Michael's have the ball, and they're under a little bit of pressure. Back at the base now. Michael's drive down that narrow side. Good work.
Now 12 red.
McCarthy looking for some steady play in front. Cameron Diamond in to help the ball carrier.
No red. Leave it. There it is. No hands red.
We're into stoppage time at the end of the game. St. Michael's with a 10-point lead. And they still come looking for the score. Cheeky offload from Holland. There's great support from Penny. The ball is there. St. Michael's just protected. McCarthy comes forward, spins the ball out once again. Little grubber kick through. There's a good chase here. But the ball wins the race to the touchline.
You'd love to see Kilkenny rewarded from all their efforts today. They were absolute heroes today. Looking ominous now with two scores in it, but you never know what might happen. This team have been fantastic today. They've tried everything. They've laid their bodies on the line for their college, and they've been fantastic representatives of their school.
Lovely kick through there from Holland. We're back with live action. Kilkenny have possession. Nice clearance to touch, but Kilkenny need to get their hands on the ball.
3.5.
3.5 minutes, I heard the referee say. Well, even if they can get the converted try while there's some time left, anything can happen in the dying moments.
It certainly has in recent games as well, and they've had that last-minute victory over COS in the dying minutes as well. And we saw some great play in the last semi-final with Terranure and Clongowes as well, so anything can happen.
Good work from St. Michael's. Conor Duffy peeling away, Andy Barr on his shoulder. McCarthy moves the ball into midfield. Ross Byrne, Kavanagh has really asked a lot of questions in midfield.
There was an advantage knock on.
Referee's arm is out, playing an advantage. Clever kick for the corner from Ross Byrne. It bounces back into the in-goal area, but it bounces dead.
Scrum back 22. Scrummer 22. Lads. Captain.
Well, Kilkenny have the option. They have to call their decision, though.
It's in line with the touch, Judge. Okay. Five red.
Well, this is worrying for St. Michael's. Kilkenny make a change. Gavin Mullins coming in.
Sorry?
I think the players are beginning to suffer from cramp, Aidan. What do you think?
They are indeed, and you get that with hard pitches like this. Looks like Levy's down off camera as well, down in the in-goal area. There he is. But just to say on Kilkenny, they are very, very like Clongowes in their boarding school. They eat, drink and sleep rugby, and you can see that in the way they play. They're such a team, and it's very, very hard to get that. And the way teams, more day schools, for example, get that is by training really, really hard together, doing fitness sessions together, suffering together for the greater good. And Kilkenny have been absolutely fantastic today in everything they've done, and particularly the team spirit they have shown.
Crouch.
Dan Levy back on his feet, takes his place in the scrum. Kilkenny have made a change. Gavin Mullins on for Jonas Holland-Brennan in the second row. Good work from St. Michael's in the scrum. It's still a put in for Kilkenny College. Every bit of the clock St. Michael's wind down now is good news for them.
Exactly what they need here is just pick and go left, hit it up with Holland. He's been carrying really, really well all day. Kavanagh's been carrying all day. Just wind the clock down with a few carries. Ross Byrne then perhaps put it in touch, and it's very hard for Kilkenny to get out from inside their own 22.
Brian McDermott comes on for St. Michael's. Replacing Rory Kavanagh. Rory Kavanagh's had a huge game for St. Michael's.
He's been fantastic, and he's been the heart of that back line. O'Loughlin before he went off as well. They've been fantastic, and they've posed extreme problems for Kilkenny.
Oh, another man who's had a big game is the Kilkenny number 8, Ross Deacon, picking off the base of the scrum once again. All goes to their captain, Delahunt. Good strength from Delahunt, got the ball moving forward.
Release your feet,
A little change of direction from Miller. Robin Foote, a powerful player, but it looks like St. Michael's have managed to rip it loose. The whistle blows, though, scrum for Kilkenny College.
Great work by Foote again. We saw it earlier on in the game when they did that move off the front of the line out. He fought and he fought, and it's that core we talked about, fighting to keep that ball in field for your team and get yourself into a good carrying position to get the ball back for your scrum half.
Steady.
There he is, and he's pumping and he's working hard, trying to push that ball back. Lucky probably on this occasion because he fell quite badly, but Kilkenny maintained possession.
Leave it a second, okay? Just leave it, all right, yeah. All right. Just go over across this way, too. That's your mark, too. That's your mark.
I like the way Sean Gallagher referees. Is a real low-key voice, and he speaks to the players. He won't excite them. He calms them down immediately as soon as he says anything.
He does indeed. He's done a fantastic job today. Not an easy task, and he's managed that scrum in particular extremely well.
Ball is out. Ball is
The
out.
scrum is all broken up. Awkward ball back. It's that accidental offside. Nobody close, no crossing. Ball released just before the touchline. Good stuff from Kilkenny. They have a long way to go downfield, just outside their 22. Great release, Deacon tackled. St. Michael's are battling all the way to the end. They're tackling high. They don't want to give Kilkenny half a sniff here. They don't want to let Kilkenny get in for a try. It's been a brilliant, brilliant contest.
Roll away, Blue!
Reece Thomas keeps the ball moving. Deacon takes the pass, but 3 St. Michael's players around and the ball is loose. Can St. Michael's get their hands on it here? Knocked on both ways. The first one was by a Kilkenny hand. That brings the scrum. It also brings the final whistle. A super game of rugby at Donnybrook. St. Michael's advanced to the final. For the 3rd year in a row, St. Michael's face Clongowes. 2 in finals, 1 semi-final. We're in for a fantastic game on the 18th of March. The final score at Donnybrook, Kilkenny College 3, St. Michael's 13.